point. But 3 years ago, to the day, my life shifted. Overnight, I became an alien, a migrant, a queue jumper, an EU27, a bargaining chip. I was simply robbed of my identity. You see, unlike the majority of people around me, I was born in another country. Originally, I moved because it was an exciting thing to do. I love speaking another language. I pushed myself to do it for studying, for work, for love, and it was all possible, thanks to the freedom of movement. One can work and settle where they want. It's not easy, but it's great and challenging in a good way. And before I knew it, over 20 years went by, and I feel as much part of here as I do of where I come from. But that day, I wasn't allowed to have a say. In fact, I was shut down in more ways than one. People during the campaign were asking me questions about the EU as if I was an expert, but then shut me down because I wasn't British, and it was a British decision. I was told, and I am still told, it's not about you, dear. I can't tell you how much this hurts me. After June 16, I became worried quite quickly. The promises nothing would change for the EU citizens soon became a puff of smoke. Nothing was guaranteed until everything was guaranteed. We became the bargaining chips that we still are today. With a British husband and dual children, it soon became clear that my family was separate from me, so I decided to apply for citizenship. And there the journey with the hostile environment of the Home Office began. 20 plus years here didn't matter. Wife, mother, British children didn't matter. I had to provide 20 years of evidence, no gaps, precise dates, employment, spending time in different categories, employed, student, self-employed became a complication. Who would have known? Even if I had regular employment for sufficient time, they looked at everything. I had to pass the Life in the UK test and learn dates and king's names and all sorts. I had to prove that I spoke English. Even after they gave me permanent residence in the first place, they still asked me to prove I had spent the last 3 years in the UK. I had to give alternative evidence. Honestly, they gave me a card which proved that I was a resident here by their own rule, and they still asked for more evidence. I can just about laugh now, but honestly, I hope the guy at the Home Office enjoyed reading my smear test results and the letters from my head teacher saying that I was indeed picking up my children from school every day, and the fact that I did beach cleans once every fortnight with my local marine group. It's a sinister joke though. It's hugely stressful. It takes over your life, and there's no one out there able to understand apart from those other EU citizens going through the same thing. So why am I talking about all this? Well, I would like to invite you to find out about the In Limbo project. In Limbo is a forum. It's on the web, it's on Facebook and Twitter. It's 2 books. It's a collection of testimonies from EU citizens living here and EU Brits living in Europe. It's people's accounts of what the vote has meant for them and their lives. All the book sales are used to print more books and to give them out to politicians and people of influence. It is essential that these voices are heard too in the Brexit debate. It's not about you, dear. Well, it is. You know, and if people start seeing that, then maybe we can get some sense into that debate. Just about a week ago, the team started the In Limbo Voices. It's a new initiative on Twitter and Facebook with short quotes. The one that most resonated with me reads, the silence from my friends is harder to bear than the racist abuse from strangers. It's by Simone, who's 29. She's German. She's been in the UK for 5 years. There is no denying it. The case of the human impact of Brexit doesn't sell enough newspapers, but we can still raise awareness together. Following one of my speeches as an In Limbo advocate, one member of the audience got the urge to do something. And after a few exchanges, the Yellow Rose Initiative was born. The concept is simple and effective. People give a yellow rose to an EU27 friend, colleague, neighbour, and post a message on the page and to their friends on social media so it gets amplified. It works, it feels good, and it shows that we are a caring nation and we can counteract the narrative and the lies about immigration. Our wonderful Jane is not here today, but she knows how grateful we are for what she has started, and we are proud that this started here in Cornwall. Brexit is not just about the economy or the trade or politics. Brexit is a human tragedy. It affects people, it affects children, it will affect the most vulnerable people most. It may not affect you too badly yet, but it has affected people you know, neighbours, colleagues, family even, from day one. So again, thank you for being here today. Please be positive. Celebrate the fact that we are a great, tolerant and welcoming nation. Ask how your EU friends are. Please show them that it's not over. They're being heard and supported. Please tell the rest of the world. Use the Yellow Rose initiative and give those small gestures of friendship. One very last thing. You might now think it is obvious why I'm here, why I am in this team with Cornwall for Europe, why I'm dedicating a huge amount of my life to having a pro-Remain voice in Cornwall. But I want to say this, we're all in this together. We need every single soul in Cornwall who thinks this is mad to get involved and stand up. We meet people who know us and think we're great, but we're too small. Imagine what we could achieve if we all became involved. Please come forward and join us. Pledge a few hours of time, be involved. It won't come down on its own. We're all doing what we can, but it's not enough. We need more bodies. We need more street stalls volunteers, more people to come to London, more people to help us with the small jobs. There's a place for everyone here, and above all, start to talk around our dinner table, at work in the kitchen making coffee, at a Sunday gathering. Talk, because we, the EU28, need to stand up for what we believe in.